What if I told you your next home movie night could look better than your local theater, and you don't even have to put pants on? This is the Valerion Visionmaster Pro 2, and it is easily the most ridiculous home upgrade I've ever tested, so let's break it all down. We have something pretty big in the studio to unbox right now. The box is actually huge. Look at this freaking box. Here's my foot for reference. I am very excited about this. I need a new unboxing knife if you guys have any cool recommendations. Oh. So what we have in here is Valerion's 4K RGB laser projector. I mean, how about this for an unboxing experience? It is called the Visionmaster Pro 2. So some cool specs that it claims is Dolby Vision and HDR 10+. I mean, that's just a cool looking case, honestly. And it has latches on it. Accessories. Got a little cleaning cloth, beautiful power brick, a remote. Very nice, very, very nice. This thing is freaking beautiful. Look at this. Here's the top of it. I mean, here's the front right there. There's all our ports. There's not even a game console that looks this cool. This is gorgeous. Also, you can enlarge or shrink the image to 0.9 up to 1.5 optical zoom with this, with absolutely zero resolution loss. So I don't think I'm gonna have to use it at 300 inches because that's kind of unrealistic for a lot of home situations. But it's nice that I can use it in a smaller room or a massive party setup or something. And honestly, I was expecting it to be a lot bigger. There's one good I must acquire before I get this projector set up. A lovely man named Frankie is grabbing me a 75-inch projector screen that could be put on a tripod. That's a big old box.
Yeah, the box is a lot bigger than the whole thing.
Wow, that was actually relatively fast and simple, so let's run some tests. Setting up this projector was incredibly simple. Everything from the unboxing experience to just getting an image on a projected screen was very fast. There's auto focusing settings where it will detect the screen in front of it and make sure it's perfectly in focus. It can even automatically detect the size of your screen and attempt to automatically size itself. I did try that and had to end up doing a little bit of manual tweaking, but the fact that those options are there is really convenient. I just realized I'm hearing sound, but I have nothing plugged into it. I think it's a freaking speaker too.
On Halo Infinite, I played the exact map and mode combination 4 times in a row.
It's time to bring out the big guns. So it's cool, this thing does have its own interface with Google TV, which if you like Google TV, just rock that. I'm gonna use my PS5 today and maybe try some games, some movies. Yes, my wife chose my profile picture for me. Okay, get off my back. So let's see if HDR looks good. Red Dead 2, this game is absolutely gorgeous. I have to see what it looks like on this projector. And with gaming specifically, you get that 4 millisecond input lag, which is incredibly fast, especially for a projector. So it should feel good even with shooter games, which is pretty wild to say about a projector. Ooh, this already looks really good. And you can get 1080p up to 240 hertz refresh rate. Red Dead Redemption 2 is already a movie, basically, as a game, but seeing it like this is pretty insane. Wow. Okay, I want to mess with the black levels now. Wow, that does add some punchiness. So that's with it off, and that's with it on. That's pretty sick. Wow, that looks so good. I want to make sure my game settings are good too. So you can actually turn it to cinematic mode and retain the highlights in this game. That's just so sick. Oh wow, you can really push the highlights of this projector before they blow out. Get a really nice image. Holy crap, this looks good. The refresh rate actually feels really nice. You're not gonna be able to tell because I'm shooting this video in 24 frames per second, but this looks very smooth. I wonder what would happen if I turn on that super smooth setting, what that would feel like. Smooth on. I mean, this feels good. This is really fun. I keep forgetting to film my video because I'm playing this game. All right, let's turn it off. Okay, yeah, you can tell that is 30 frames per second. It feels pretty choppy. Let's turn it on. I think I'm just gonna go with standard. That looks really nice. This just feels so much more immersive than playing on a gaming monitor. Obviously, there's a time and place for that if you're sweating with the boys, but if you just wanna have an immersive cinematic gaming experience, dude, imagine this at 300 inches. That would be so crazy. So there is one other thing I'm gonna have to test with these black levels, and that's one of the most beautiful dark films I've ever seen. The Batman. The Batman. The Batman. The Batman. I can see the grain in the image. And just for the sake of it, I do want to test the black level setting as well on this movie since it's so dark. Turn this on, there's low, there's high. Gosh, it looks so good. It just punches them a little bit where you can actually see detail in the shadows. It's not a gray, muddy mess. It doesn't look like a freaking Visco filter from 2014. It looks like the movie was intended to be looked at like this. And at the same time, it's still nice and bright, even though this is a very dark film. And I can see the grain in the image that they added in post. So I feel like as a filmmaking nerd myself, it's really cool to watch such a beautiful film in my own basement, but it looks this freaking good. It's so dope. This thing is rated at 3000 ISO lumens, which is nice and bright. So you'll get a good image even with ambient light in your room, but it is going to absolutely thrive when you have full control over your lighting like I do. It looks freaking awesome. This also covers 110% of Rec 2020, so you're just gonna get an amazing image, both color and brightness wise if you're not a spec nerd. Can I just AirPlay? Hey, this is a photo I took. I'm pretty proud of it. I've been working on panoramic selfies lately, trying to figure them out. I think it's cool. Just some things to note about smart home stuff. It supports AirPlay 2, Google Home, Chromecast, and Alexa. So you can set this up with whatever you're using and actually use voice assistant to direct this thing, which is really exciting. I'm just really pumped about this. I think it's gonna be an amazing little addition to the studio for some reasons other than just viewing media. This is probably gonna be a weird test and I don't know if it's gonna hold up, but I think it should show us how good the color depth of this projector is. So I have a plain green screen background projected onto the projector. Obviously, I'm not fully covered by the green screen, but I just wanna try to cut this side of myself out and place stuff behind me just to see how accurate I can get this edge line here and this space over here. But one thing I've learned over my career, before I was just full-time YouTube, I was doing a lot of professional filmmaking gigs, and me and my buddy Kevin actually shot a music video for a band called Silent Planet. The video is called Trilogy, and we used a projector to project onto the band for some of the performance shots, and it just gave the visuals a visceral, intense look. This is a super specific like niche thing that I don't know if anybody's actually interested in, but projectors can give you so many cool looks. I even thought of using the projector to cast design videos onto products that I'm reviewing to give them like a really cool like futuristic look, or you could even project like retro film textures onto cameras or any sort of product you want to make a video about to get a unique look. I just pulled up a retro VHS overlay video on YouTube and I'm projecting it onto this camera. You can get some really cool effects. I also tried using this projector to light some product shots. So instead of a softbox, I projected a loop of rippling water onto this whiskey glass. Obviously, a projector isn't really intended for this kind of stuff, but that's what creativity is about. Breaking rules, using things that don't really make sense to create something original and fun. So yeah, this thing is not budget, but it's incredibly good quality for the price that it costs. And if you're looking to build the ultimate home theater without totally breaking the bank, this is a really amazing option that just looks cool, works well, it's very simple and easy to set up, and the image is actually awesome. Valerion is having a Prime Day sale right now, so be sure to head down to the links in the description. You get $600 off this projector for these Prime Day sales and 20% off all their projectors just during this Prime Day window. This is their biggest discount of the entire year, so if you've been looking to get something like this for gaming, creative stuff, watching films at home, now's the time to check this thing out. Text me when you get home so I know you're safe. Watch out for deer. Join the Patreon to get your name on the screen. You can also do that through YouTube and Discord coming soon. And remember that you guys are absolutely loved, much more than you might even know. Always praying for you guys. Thankful that you watch my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.